Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where we're going to look at how to crochet this little candle cozy. It's done in a lacy stitch with a size 10 crochet cotton and a 1.75 hook. You can use any yarn you like as long as perhaps you don't go over the UK double knitting size of yarn, only because it probably wouldn't fit and you'd lose the effect. So this little candle cozy doesn't have a base. What I've done is just crocheted it like a sleeve. The sides are straight. In other words, it's cylindrical and doesn't have any lip or anything on the top. So that makes it quite easy. This used to have a candle in, and I think it's a good way of utilising old candles, candle holders, recycling. Anyway, to secure this candle cozy, I've just popped a little bit of double-sided tape around the bottom and then found that works really well at securing the sleeve. You don't really have to do that, but if you don't, perhaps just be mindful that when you do pick up the candle cozy, the candle holder with the cozy, that it may slide off. So you just need to make sure you pop your hand underneath. And really think that's all I can say about the candle cozy for now, apart from the fact it's crocheted in groups of trebles and chains and double crochets. And in the US, the trebles are known as double crochets and the double crochets are known as single crochets. The top has got quite a nice little scalloped effect to it as well. Right, in order to decide how many chains you need, it's important to just make a length of chain in multiples of 12 and find the best fit for whatever object you're using. So I've made a chain of 48 here for ease of the video, but as you can see, there is a little bit of give in the chain, and you just wrap it round the entire circumference once you've crocheted the right length, and then just count the chains that you need to fit around. You may need to add on a couple or take away a few, but as long as you end up with multiples of 12 for this pattern, you'll be absolutely fine. So I said previously I've done 48 chains, so that's 4 groups of 12. And what we need to do is do a slip stitch into the first chain to close the circle. It's also important to make sure that you get all your chains facing you so you don't get a twisted chain, and then pop your hook in the first chain you made and do just one slip stitch into that chain. So just do a slip stitch and that secures the ring. Just zoom in slightly. Right, now the first thing we need to do is to make a double crochet. So we do one chain and a double crochet in the first stitch, the one that we went into with our slip stitch. And then we're going to work around the circle in a set of 5 chains and double crochets. Between the 5 chains and the double crochets, we need to leave 3 chains. So we'll do the 5 chains to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll skip 3 chains, and into the next chain along we'll do a double crochet. Then do another 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then skip 3 chains. This little tail end's getting in the way. 1, 2, 3, and do another double crochet. And you do this all the way round. And what I'll do is I'll meet you back at the end, well, at the end of round 1, but we need to leave 3 chains. So you'll end up with a double crochet here, and I will see you there. Right, so we're back now at the last 3 chains, and what we need to do is make another loop, but we need to make sure that we end up in the middle of the loop. So to do that, you just do 2 chains and 1 treble into the top of the first double crochet you made. And that's completed round 1. Now to start round 2, you need to do a chain and a double crochet into the loop below, and then 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a double crochet into the next 5 chain space, and then we're going to do a group of 7 trebles into the next loop. So 1, and this is a double crochet in the US, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you have any difficulty with any of these stitches, please refer back to my Crochet for Beginners series. I think it'll be episode 3 where I go through the stitch formation. Right, so you've now done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trebles, and you need to do a double crochet into the next 5 chain space and do another 5 chains, 2, 3, 4, 5, a double crochet into the next 5 chain loop, and then you repeat this all the way around. So you're now ready to do your 7 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then a double crochet into the next 5 chain loop, another 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a double crochet into the next 5 chain loop. So what you're doing really is just doing a 5 chain loop and alternating it with your 7 treble group with double crochets in between. Right, if you just repeat that all the way round to the last 7 trebles and don't close the round, I'll meet you there. So we've arrived at the last 7 treble group, and I'll just check I have done 7 trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do the last 2, 6, and 7. Now to close this round is slightly different. We need to bring our hook over to the double crochet that we made, the first double crochet in this round. Insert our hook under the top 2 loops and just do a slip stitch here to join, and then we need to do a slip stitch in the 3 chains of this 5 chain loop. You can go under both loops, but if you struggle, just go under one loop. I think when you've got smaller hook sizes, it's a little more tricky. Anyway, there we've done 3 slip stitches. Now we need to do 1 chain and a double crochet to start off round 3, and we need to do 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a double crochet into the second treble of the 7 treble group. Make sure you don't count the 5 chain loop, and you make sure you just count 1, 2 trebles along, going to the top of the treble. The top of it's just to the right of the post, and then do 5 more chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do a double crochet into the 6th treble along. We know there are 7 trebles, so the 6th one will be just next to it, and you do a double crochet there, and then you do another 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This row consists of 5 chains and double crochets only. There are no trebles in this row. It's in row 2 that you have your trebles. So we'll do another group of 5, set of 5 chains, and then we need to do a double crochet into the 2nd treble along, 5 more chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a double crochet into the 6th treble along, if you have trouble working out which it is, if you just make sure you have 3 trebles in between, then you'll be almost spot on. The only tricky bit is to make sure you don't count the 5 chain loops as a treble. So just go in 1, and that will be your first, well, the 7th treble, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then here's your 5 chain loop again. If you just tease them apart slightly, you can see better. And what you're doing is crocheting a little loop that sits on top of the trebles. Right, so we'll do another 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and double crochet into the next 5 chain loop. I'll now meet you back at the end of this row. So we're now at the end of the row, and this was the first double crochet we made. So in order to end up in the middle of the loop, we need to just chain 2 and treble into this double crochet. And now you've completed a row or round 3. It's a case of just repeating round 2 and 3 all the way up now to whatever height you would like. So I'll just show you how you start off again on round 2. We need to do 1 chain, a double crochet into the loop, 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a double crochet into the next loop, and then we're at the trebles again, so we need to do 7 trebles into this loop, and then we need to do a double crochet into the next loop, just like we did on round 2, and repeat this all the way round. So that's how you start that. I have done a little bit of a pattern instruction for you if this helps, if you would like to screenshot this. So round 1, this is how we do it. And then for round 2, and then for round 3, so you just repeat round 2 and round 3 to the height you need for your candle cozy. Hope you're able to do a screenshot of those and that you enjoy creating this little candle cozy. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to do another little lacy stitch for another candle cozy, but eventually I'll be moving on to doing a lovely baby blanket. So I look forward to seeing you on the next few videos. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Bye for now.